we're here with Gana River Outfitters up in the Northwest Territories. And we've done 3 previously guided hunts in Canada and Alaska. And we always like to give you a little bit of insight to who the people are who really make these hunts happen. Because let's face it, I'm not going to show up here, no one's going to land me on this beach and I'm going to stomp around the Mackenzies and I'm going to shoot a ram and a caribou just with what's on my back. And so we thought it'd be cool, to whatever degree we can interrupt all the folks here, and just get a little bit of perspective of how it works from their view, from their side of things. Because they always have a smile on their face. Every morning it's like, hey, good morning. And anytime someone comes in with an animal, everyone's lined up congratulating them. When you come in from trailing, a whole crew shows up and they're taking the saddles and all the tack and tying up the horses. It is quite an impressive thing of what makes something like this work. We thought it'd be cool if you got to see some of that, because a lot of shows, they show up in Canada or Alaska or wherever, and the host acts like he spotted all the game, that he planned the stalk, that he made the shot, that you'd swear that the guide wasn't even there. Well, I'm here to tell you folks, if it wasn't for the guide and the outfitter and the support crew, you'd show up on these hunts and you wouldn't see diddly squat. So they need some of the credit. We want to, as humble and as reserved as most of them are, we're kind of prying open their story, trying to get them to give you a little understanding about what they do out here. You know, they spend 100 days out here, non-stop, living out of backpacks, doing backpack hunts, horseback hunts. And the days are long. I mean, even here in mid to late August, it barely gets dark at night. And they're up early, and they're to bed really, really late. And I've yet to see any part of this operation that wasn't physically demanding. And so, yeah, we thought you'd enjoy some of that. I know we want to give them the credit and the due that they deserve for how they make a hunt like this happen.
Been a good life, yeah, been a wonderful life. It's what I've always been, my passion is the mountains and working with horses and hunting, and so to be able to have earned a living and done that for most of my life, it's been very rewarding. I'm Harold Grindy, and I guess I'm the manager or the boss at Gana River Outfitters. In 1996, I had a friend looking to go on a white sheep hunt, and I knew the previous owner, Bill McKenzie, so I phoned and we booked 2 backpack hunts here in '96 and came and hunted all sheep. I came back in 1997. I made a deal with Bill to, I'd put together a log cabin for him, the cabin down at the Fritz where you guys stayed. I'd put that together for him and trade for a caribou hunt, and when I got here, one of the guides got hurt and I wound up guiding 2 hunts, and then I went down and put the cabin together and never did get my caribou hunt. So. And that fall, Bill talked me into going into a partnership deal with him. It was getting to be too much for him to run on his own, and worked here as a guide for 6 or 7 years, and I took over management in start of the 2005 season. So Bill retired at the end of 2004, and I've been managing for 20 years now, I guess. The Mackenzies just have a special draw, right? It's so remote. We are the only ones out here basically all the time. Once in a while we see some geologists or some canoers, but the occasional, every few years we might see a resident hunter, but it's so remote that we pretty much have it all to ourselves. So, yeah, a very special place.
I like guiding sheep up in the high country. I like hiking mountains, getting up high, seeing all the country you can see up there. Pretty neat getting up on top of the world. I'm Jason Wheel. I'm from Rimbey, Alberta, Canada. Harold started coming to our church. This is where I met him first, and turns out that him and my dad had gone to school together in the same class, so they knew each other and kind of just came to know him and My brother had been guiding before that, so it was something that I kind of was interested in doing already, and I was still younger. I was probably 15 or something when I first met Harold. Started here when I was 18 and been coming back ever since. I wrangled for 5 seasons first before I started guiding. I think I did a little guiding the 5th season. Yeah, you always look forward to coming back for sure. The years that, especially the first few years that I started staying home to do the farming in the summer, you get quite the itch to want to be going and wondering what's happening up here and whatnot.
It's the best job I ever had, probably ever will have. You get home after 100 days and you think you'd be tired of it, but it's all you can really think about. My name is Riley Jans. I'm 27 years old. I work at Gana River Outfitters and I'm a hunting guide. I hunted a bit as a kid and everything, but made some good friends in high school, and one of them got into guiding up here for Harold actually, and he came home with a bunch of pictures and videos of it, and I was 17 and it blew my mind what he was up to. And that day I went home and actually put a resume together with my dad and sent it out to a few outfits up here in the NWT, seeing if anyone needed a wrangler, and one of them got back to me and they needed somebody, so that summer I went. Loved it, had a great time, and at the end of my 3rd year I heard that Harold needed a guide through my buddy that was working here. They said they needed a horseback guide, and shot Harold a text and see if he'd take me on, and he did. I got my shot as a wrangler, and yeah, I guess that was 5 years ago now.
Got ourselves a little bear scat here. A few days old.
Looks like he's on the red berries.
Yeah, I'd say so. The rain and the sun came out and the berries popped, and he's loving them.
Yeah. So what are we doing, Riley?
Oh, we're going on a little walk, see if we can get a view of the river. The caribou might just be running by today, and see if we can find one we like. If not, it's a beautiful day in the Mackenzies.
Yeah. I think every day is a beautiful day in the Mackenzies.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. Riley took care of my sheep this morning, fleshed it, salted it, everything else. And now we decided to go on an afternoon walk, find a caribou. But until then, enjoy the scenery.
Well, this is a bear rub tree, marking tree.
A grizzly rub tree.
You bet it is.
Is that fur on there?
This is a whole bunch of bear hair right here. This is all grizzly.
All full of pitch. And
Yeah. For whatever reason, this tree was the one they like. All of them.
Huh.
Funny how they pick them.
Well, if he wants the tree, I'm not going to fight him for it.
No, that's his tree. That's fine. Yeah, maybe we'll see him today. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know, he never gets old. I always tell people that I wish I could see it all again for the first time, because it truly is just a stunning, spectacular place to work. And
Well, we're set up here on the Caribou overlook. We got a great big rock cliff mountain behind us. Out in front of us, we got a great big willow flat along the river. And Riley here promises that there'll be a parade of caribou coming by in about 2 hours. He said if we can outlast the mosquitoes, in 2 hours there'll be caribou to look like Santa Claus and his reindeer. I'll see it.
There's a 50-50 chance of that.
Yeah?
Yeah,
50-50.
50-50.
50-50. Gotta like those odds, folks.
They either will or they won't, right?
There you go. They will or they won't. Yeah, I don't think there's any maybe about it.
What do you got cooking there, Jesse?
Steaks.
Sheep steaks?
Yeah.
Not sweepstakes, sheep steaks.
Yeah, and then I have some roasted potatoes there just standing around. It's a job, but it feels a lot like just vacation. Sometimes I can't even believe that I'm getting paid to be here. I'm Jessie Peterson. I'm from Fort St. John, BC. I grew up in working for an outfit. My dad used to guide in BC. And so ever since I was little till I was like 11, I was just hanging out in base camp and my mom was cooking. And so I always thought that was awesome. And so after we quit, I just wanted to do it again. Well, when I'm trail cooking, I get up at 5:30 usually and start my fire and get coffee going, because that's the most important thing. Around 7 is usually when I serve breakfast and everybody comes up and they're all groggy, and I say good morning and then serve them breakfast. Usually hang out during the day. Sometimes I pick blueberries if there's lots. And then supper's usually very, very late, so I've got lots of time to prepare it. But that's usually what I'm doing, and then go to bed late after I'm cleaned up when they come in the middle of the night.
I get up every morning at 5:30 and I go look for the horses. They have bells around their neck so I can hear where they're at, and they can range from anywhere from half an hour away to 4 hours away. They can go pretty far. They don't go far often, but they can. They're just hobbled and they can go wherever. And then I get the horses in, get them saddled, eat breakfast, get the hunters out. And then I sometimes go with, but also sometimes there's things to do in camp, like cut wood, shoe horses if we lose shoes, and yeah, just any little jobs. It's kind of what I do. My name's Ty Drost. I'm from Rimbey, Alberta. I used to work for a horse trainer when I was 13 till about 17. Learned quite a bit there. Harold had a spot and let me on as a campy my first year, and second year wrangler. And then this is my third year as a wrangler now, and yeah, hopefully guide soon. You gotta get used to being alone in the woods, away from any sort of civilization, so that definitely takes some time getting used to, but it's pretty comfortable after your first couple of years.
So Riley, what's the plan for today?
I'm gonna head south upriver and go check out some good caribou country.
South upriver.
South and upriver.
Okay.
You bet.
That's where the caribou are hanging out?
Should be holed up there, yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay. So we just ride horses and plop down and glass?
That's right. Move along, glass some more.
You must have read the Randy Newberg script then.
Well, the podcast, I've been keeping up on it for years.
And we're off. A full day of caribou hunting. Ha!
What's your story, boys? Hunting the country. Got up here into what we call the Timbered Ridge. We're watching all this stuff behind Randy here. This sparse timbered stuff for caribou, but we're also keeping our eye out at some of our classic sheep spots for a sheep for Randy, so we're after him today.
Smoke does not help the clarity.
365, 370.
365, 370. You realize most people get pretty excited about a 365-inch caribou.
Oh, yeah.
And we're sitting here because
What do you mean?
we're not packing up and going after him because
Oh, we're looking for something a little better.
okay.
We can do a lot
Just thought I'd check on that. Oh, that's way over there. Oofa. Oofta.
Oofta.
We're up to 8. We've been here for 6 hours.
Yes, sir.
We've seen 4 scenic caribou, 1 sheep.
1 sheep.
Yeah. You want to let me walk over there and shoot that caribou?
Not quite. Not quite.
How far away was he on your map?
He's 6 miles.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Line of sight.
Yeah, line of sight, not counting all the...
All the ditches.
So they're just getting ready to come out, huh?
Yeah, no, we're right in line. We're in the caribou funnel right here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, no. Soon enough we might just get run over by them. Who knows?
That's good to hear. What a beautiful day. Just partly cloudy, light breeze. A million different scenic mountains and ridges and knife edges as far as the eye can see. If you were a geologist and you came hunting here, I don't think you'd get any hunting done. You'd be so fascinated by the landscape.
Oh, yeah.
That's how fast I move. So Riley, it's 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
And we saw 10 caribou.
10 caribou.
1 ewe.
1 ewe, yeah.
No moose.
No moose.
No wolverines. No wolves.
Big caterpillar.
Big caterpillar, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to ride out of here in the dark, right?
No, she's a little thick on the way down. We should probably think about stick handle our way back down to the bottom here shortly, but
Okay.
yeah, we'll give her one last look around,
Sounds good.
just for old time's sake.
Just for old time's sake, huh?
Yeah, why not?
Well, that's a good reason to do it.
Heck yeah. You never know what's going to happen out here in the Mackenzies.
All right.
Good people bring good people, so it's pretty humbling to work among such a great group of mountain men and women. And
Lots of the guys come here and they say, I can't believe how everybody pitches in. But yeah, if somebody needs a hand, if a guy comes in late and there'll be 5 guys working on a cape or whatever, it just, when something needs to be done, we all pitch in and get it done.
it's a happy atmosphere. Everyone seems to love their role and love what they do, and you're never doing something where someone doesn't want to give you a hand. Everyone's willing to pitch in and carry their weight.
We try to treat everybody well and to be honest and fair in all our dealings and work hard.
From the shoeing of the horses to trying to clean up camp and get packed up, everyone's got each other's backs. It's one of the best crews I've worked on, and yeah, I'm real proud of it. It's been a great year.
It's really cool to be part of this crew, and it's just like a totally new lifestyle, and you're just so apart from the rest of what your normal life is, and it's just, you kind of get completely away from it, and then you have to build relationships with the people here because you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah, this place is everything to me, and I hope I can keep coming for many years to come.
Up here, I think you pretty much just look forward to every day you get to be here. It's amazing country. Yeah, feel pretty blessed to get paid to go hunting sort of thing. And
I mean, it's been my life for 30 years pretty much, so yeah, it's a very special place.
Yeah, it's hard to say or put into words really what it means to me, but it's an incredible thing. I couldn't be happier to do what I do and where I do it. It's by far going to be the highlights of my life and what I think about until the days when I'm old. And yeah, I can't wait to look back. I'll never regret the time I spent doing this.